Hello friends, welcome back to Python based data science series. Now these sessions I am dedicating to the exercise. Whatever we learn up till now, let's explore it dynamically by coding to accomplish a specific task. I'll be creating a folder in the Python test by the name of Exercise-1, and now let's switch to the folder using VS Code. Up till now, this process of loading the specific folder using VS Code is used to you with you. Now in the exercise 1, I'm going to create the first code, simple one, that is generating the factorial, facto.py. In today's session, I'm going to write the entire code by using procedure oriented programming, where you have a user defined function, you have a main, you have a data input over there. So let's say user defined factorial function. Okay, so you define factor. Now to take a factorial of any number, you should have one argument, that is a number. While defining a factorial, while finding our factorial, as we know, factorial means n factorial equals to n into n minus 1 up to 1. So you have to reduce that number, given number, up to 1. So what I will do, I'll write f equals to 1, factorial equals to 1. I have to hold the multiples over there, while n remains more than 0. Here it's a loop. F into equals to n. I have to multiply that number every time to f, because I have to hold the multiples. And guys, here you can't write n minus minus. N minus minus means n equals to n minus 1. So n minus equals to 1 is a correct expression. Now here indentation is important because there is no opening and closing block. So this f into equals to n and n minus equal to 1 comes in the under the loop, and then here you have to return the value of f. From the calling area, you have to return the factorial of any given number. After that, define main, def main. You are defining a main function, and here you read the input n equals to integer of input, enter a number to find the factorial. After that, here you are giving a call to the factorial. So what I will do, I'll use a print n comma factorial. My factor function needs an argument and returns me the integer value, which is the factorial of a given number. So after defining main, here you have to declare the main if to underscore name equals to underscore main, and then, as we already discussed about how to define the main in case of Python, and then give a call to the main, right? So now what will happen, here we are writing a program to define a procedure for finding the factorial of any given number. So I define a factor, it requires an argument n, f equals to 1. This is the logic, f equals to 1, because you have to hold the multiples of all those numbers till it reduce one by one up to 1. So f equals to 1 while n more than 0, f into equals to 1. As I said, n minus minus is not acceptable in Python, so you have to write n minus equals to 1 and return that f, right? Here indentation is important, so return has to be in the same indentations of while, otherwise it will be considered as a looping block. So then define main, n equals to integer of integer, enter a number, find the factorial, and then here factor functions is actually accepting the arguments and return the factorial, and here we define the main over that. Let us execute it. Enter a number, you are entering a number as a 5, and here 5 factorial is 120. If you enter another number 4, okay, 4 factorial is 24. Means successfully we able to build a function called as factor, and by using this factor you can able to find out the factorial of any given number. Here is the, we are using a procedure oriented programming to build the functions, and then we have a main. Okay, so execution will be like this. The firstly it will execute the process from main, and the call goes to the main, then it will accept the input from the user and give a call to the factorial and able to generate the factorial of a given number. Let us discuss another example now. Multi. Now here read a number from user to find 10 multiples. Here define a function called as multi. It requires a number as an argument. Then to find the 10 multiples of any given number, obviously a counter you have to increment from 1 to 10, and you have to multiply that counter by the number. So I'll be using for loop for I in range. Now there is a, in case of Python we have to use a for loop in this manner, for I in the range 1 to 10. Now if you write 1 to 10, it starts with 1, increments by 1, and the last value will be 10. But actually it will, whenever you are using in the range, it will like print up to the 9 only. So that's why you can say for I equals to 1 to 11, right? And then if you define a block over here, print n comma into I comma equals to, in the bracket, n into I. For I in the range like in case of normal for loop, for I equals to 1 semicolon nihilist, that is the all kind of loops we use in C++, Java. But here in this case, as semicolon is not used, and then like we have a for loop in the format like for I in the range start value to end value. Okay, but as I said, okay, if you write for I in the range 10 only, then it will print all the data. It will use the I value will be changed from 0 to 9. So that termination minus 1, it will validate up to termination minus 1. So here in this case, for I in the range 1 to 11 means it will produce the numbers, means I will be vary from 1 to 10, and that incremented value will be the multiples, 10 multiples of that given number. Now here there is no return, so I'll be defining a main over here. Yeah, ask the user as to input. Enter number for finding multiples, and then you give a call to the multi and pass on this number as an argument. Then you need to declare a main if name equals to 2_ main, then give a call to the main. So here main will get a call, it will accept the number from you, and then that will be passed on as an argument to the multi. Okay, and it will generate the multiples of any given number. Let's execute it. Here it is, enter the number. If you enter 5, it will print 10 multiples of any given number. For I equals to, it is starting actually from 10 to 11. So okay, we'll go with the it is not considering 1, so why will we go with a 0. Okay, let's run it. One to 11. Okay, and if you enter a number, you can able to print the multiples of that all the given number. That was the right type actually. Okay, fine. Now you understand that, okay, how to use the for loop, and what do you mean by the range, start value to stop value. By default it is uh, one increment over that. Okay, now let's move to the next one. Let's generate the Fibonacci series. As we all know, Fibonacci series means addition of previous two terms equal to the current term. But here in this case, let's take a challenge that why not accept the user defines initial two terms, first term, second terms, and then accept the total terms from the user, and then generate the Fibonacci series for it. Okay, so function to produce Fibonacci series of user defined terms. All right, okay, you can go with the word graph. Yes, it is. And then here define Fibo, as I'm saying, Fibonacci series required 3 terms, first term, second term, and the total terms as an argument, right? And then here the first two terms, first term and second term, need to be print as it is, because addition of two terms, like let's say how the Fibonacci series 2 and 3 are the total terms, and 2 and 3 is initial terms. Imagine if user enter and you want to produce the total 10 terms, the 2, 3 as it is, it has to print, then it is 5, addition of two terms equals to current term, 8, 13, likewise. So in this manner Fibonacci series generates. So what you have to do here in this case, print your first terms, comma, have a space, second term, right, as it is. But now the rest terms which you are generating, again it has to be on the same row. So first of all, okay, let us discuss this, and then I will make a modification so that it will be easy for you to understand. So first term and second term we print, and after that we set the for loop for I in range. Now we already know that two terms, let us say total terms you want to produce 10, and two terms you already printed. So now your loop has to start with 3 to TT plus 1. Why plus 1? I already explained. Okay, if you write TT, it will be print up to like if you write 10, so it will be valid for 0 to 9. So total 10 terms you have to produce. So two terms already there, starting from 3 to TT plus 1, you have to find out the total number of terms. Hope you understand it. After that, if you need to write the logic resultant term equals to first term plus second term. Okay, and then print the resultant term with space, and then you have to replace first term with second term and second term with resultant term, right? And that's it. Okay, this is the definition of a Fibonacci series. Function for generating FIBO. After that, there are some modifications I have to make because every like the terms which is generating, it has to be on the same line. I'll help you out later on. And then define men. Yep. Accept the data from the user regarding enter first term and the second term and the total terms you need of a Fibonacci series. Right? And by this data, you are giving a call to the FIBO and pass on these arguments: first term, second term, and total terms. Then you go to the main if name equals to man, you will call to the man. Right? So here is the definition of a man, which will accept the three values from you: first term, second term, and total terms, and pass on as an argument to the FIBO. Here it's a FIBO which accepts the values from user, first term, second term, and then print first term, second term as it is, and from the range from 3 to, because two terms of Fibonacci series already printed, so 3 to TT. TT it will it will count it as a -1. That's why I go with the TT plus 1. So resultant terms, let's say if you have a total 10 terms, two terms already printed, so 3 to 8, 3 to 10 means total 7 terms, total 8 terms again has to be included. So that's why I'm going to do with the TT plus 1. Hope you understand it. The resultant term equal to first term plus second term. You have to accumulate the addition of previous two terms equal to current term. So previous two terms you have to add and then print that resultant term and swap them. First term equal to second term and second term equal to resultant term, and repeat this process. In this manner, you can able to generate the Fibonacci series. So let us go for execution firstly, and then I'll say, okay, I have to print the, if two prints, if you have to output, you have to print in the one row, then what you have to do, that I'm going to explain you. First of all, now we'll get the first term, second term, and all the terms and the respective lines. Then I'll make a cumulative in the one line over there, like this. Let's run it. So first term, if I say first term is 2, second term is 3, and the total terms I require 10. So here I'll get the 2, 3 on the first line, and then 5, 8. Means I'm getting the answer, but on the separate lines. So to get an answer on the same line, what you have to do, or what I have to do, here print first term space second term and then comma, end with end equals to a space. In the similar manner, comma, end equals to a space. Means like it will not go to the new line, but it assign the space and print on the same line over there. Let us now run it. Here the first term is 2, second term is 3, and the total terms are 10. Here it is 2, 3, 5. Here it's a Fibonacci series 2, 3, 5, 5, 8. Means like addition of previous two terms equal to current term. So here by using this, we can able to generate the Fibonacci series of user defined time. Guys, this is the exercise session. So whatever we learn up till now, we like the procedure oriented programming, how to define a function with the parameters, how to accept the data, how to use the looping techniques like a for, what is the difference between the rest programming languages and like compared to the Java and all, and what are the syntaxes of the for used in the case of Python and all. So I hope while dynamic coding about to accomplish the task, that everything how the programmer will think and how to build the instructions, that is actually the motive of solving exercise over there. Hope you enjoy these sessions. This entire source code I developed, I'll be sharing with you in the comment sections. Enjoy the coding. Thank you.